I'm a loser, I'm a winner, I'm the sad one who's to say, I'm the faster, I'm the favorite, I'm the left out, run away. It's the wrong way you think today, what a chance you did take today. It's the madness your drive creates, what a chance you did waste today.
From the wine country of Sonoma, California, to the deserts of Phoenix, Arizona, the Right Lane Cup Series arrives here at Phoenix International Raceway, this mile-long, low-bank but very racy racetrack where our 43 drivers will take on 78 laps here today. The fans have packed in here with different weather, different racing, and a lot of action around the corner. Who will take home this trophy in the desert? We are about to find out after a very long, hot, very hot, grueling 78 laps. Let's go ahead, go trackside, and get your starting lineup. On pole today, Logan Cloud was able to claim a pole with his Lake Effect Ford. He's got Griffin Lapel McDermott, the champion, to his outside. Charles Sanford and Stephen Colon are row 2 with Justin Henley and Wyatt Junkman, the rookie, in row 3. Then it's Julio Caesar and another rookie in Tim Fiegel. They are the highest running rookies in the field. The rest of them are starting deep in the field. Then it's Vince Freeze and James Ellison rounding out your top 10. Then it's Christian Vargas with DJ Curtis, Luke Evans, Alexander Phoenix, Lane Sanders with Peter Onjak, Samuel England, Ben McDonald, Jeffrey Finguy, and Ryan Reed rounding out your top 20. It's Aiden Smith, Ryan Griffin, RJ Bishop, Henry Thomas, Taylor Frey, Alex Sanvatale, Derek Hamill, Nick Breeding, Luke Martin, Cody Lamas, his teammate, round out your top 30. It's Angel Gutierrez, Alexander Rowe, Stanley Andrews, Zachary Fitzwater, Nick Gunther, Carson Green, Andrew Thomas, Joseph Shrigley, Ian Dale, and Patrick Nolan are the top 40. And rounding out the field is Tyler Edwards, Angela Delvecchio, and Jesse Turner, who failed tech after an infraction in qualifying, will start last. Let's go ahead and go trackside and get your command to start engines and get the race underway.
Drivers, start your engines!
For Logan Cloud, this has got to be a big shot in the arm for him. Of course, the last time he's been close to the front, it was last year at Watkins Glen when he won on his birthday. Sure, after the disastrous race last week at Sonoma, he'll be looking to get that number 89 Noss Ford back to victory lane. Griffin Lapel McDermott, the previous champion, is who was outside. Charles Sanford, the third Breeding Enterprises car. He's going to try to get his first win of the year, his first win of his career. And Stephen Colon, who was denied last week after a string of bad pit stops, he is going to try to get his first Right Lane Cup Series win. The pace car has pulled off. We are in the restart zone. Logan Cloud, Griffin Lapel McDermott, Charles Sanford will take us to the green flag. We are racing here at Phoenix International Raceway. The 4th round of the Right Lane Cup Series is underway. Seeing as we fan out turn 1 and 2, Sanford is on the attack. He is underneath Logan Cloud. That Noss Ford is going to pull up and block Griffin Lapel McDermott on the back straightaway, going to 3 and 4. Cloud back to the inside line. They're going to complete lap number 1. Sanford fights the 22 for the 2nd spot. Justin Henley clears. He's going to take the 4th spot. 3 wide behind them with Julio Caesar, Wyatt Junkman, the rookie, and Colon. Colon slides up the racetrack. He is now alongside Fiegel and Freeze. Coming onto the back straightaway. Single file for the top 4, then it's double file for the rest of the way. Sanford gets a good run on the inside line. He is going to try to catch Logan Cloud. Cloud leads the 2nd lap, gets a bonus point for his troubles. Caesar now clears. He's blocking the rookie, Tim Fiegel. In that number 43, Colon to his outside. They're 3 wide again, sliding, slipping all over this racetrack. Vargas underneath Freeze and Ellison. 3 wide. Ellison around the outside line is going to put that Amtrak Honda into the top 10. TJ Curtis fighting all back on the outside line with Vargas, who is inside. Then it's Jeffrey Finguy fighting Lane Sanders off. Luke Evans is here. There's Alexander Phoenix. 3 wide again. Derek Hamill lunges it in on Ben McDonald, last week's winner. Now he's got to fight Ryan Griffin, RJ Bishop, and Samuel England. That middle line seems to be where you don't want to be. The outside line gets a huge run off the corners. The inside line gets such a good run into the corners. Looking back through here, you got Aiden Smith fighting the 36. It's a pair of teammates there. 3 wide further back. 4 wide. Look at this. Angel Gutierrez all the way to the inside. Took him 4 wide. Is going to get all 4 spots. So it was 29th. He's going to end up in 25th spot. Wow. What a good run that was. Looking back through here, though, got several cars. Cody Lamas is back here. He is still recovering from last week after a camshaft failure. Jesse Turner, there's Turner. Had to start at the rear due to a technical infraction in qualifying. Trying to pass the 85. That is Angela Del Vecchio, making her first start of the season. Patrick Nolan and Carson Green fighting in the back. But the top 4 seem to have broken away. It was a complete lap number 6. It's Cloud, Sanford, Griffin Lapel McDermott, and Justin Henley. Julio Caesar has got through all that mess. He's up to 5th. Caesar desperately needs a run like this. His start to the season has been miserable, to say the least. The early season woes that affected his teammate Ryan Reed last year seems to have come for him. Currently, I believe, 40th in the point standings. Caesar trying to get up there, and he needs a good run considering we are getting off of last year's owners points. After this round, when we go to round 5, we will be on this season's owners points. And of course, you do not, Caesar, this would be a nightmare for Little Falls because they have 2 cars below the top 35 in points. Up front, though, GLM is going around Sanford. Henley to his inside. Justin Henley. Henley has been surprising to me most of all. That 31 car. Ran very well at Daytona. The last couple rounds, he's been very quiet. But that 31, out of all the Crossroads cars, Henley seems to have the most flare-ups out of all 3 of those Crossroads cars. Even last season, even this season. Henley trying to get Crossroads back to victory lane. It'd be the first time since Darlington in Season 1 when James Ellison won in the 3 car. Up front, though, Logan Cloud trying to get his 4th career Right Lane Cup Series win. Cloud has 3 wins to his name. You see, but Griffin Lapel McDermott, the champion, has had a somewhat solid, quiet season thus far. Finished 11th last week at Sonoma. Meanwhile, but Sanford has caught right back up to GLM. We'll see what he's able to do. Sanford backs up, tries running the outside line. 3 different lines at work here. My goodness, look at this. In Phoenix, you would not expect. Phoenix is such a wildly unique racetrack because in 3 and 4, it's mostly a 1-groove racetrack down here in 3 and 4. The dog leg, you fan out. You see Henley going on the apron there. You can, in theory, go all the way to the inside wall here at Phoenix. It's to gain positions. And then in turn 1 and 2, it's 2, 3, 4, or sometimes 5 grooves. You can go underneath that yellow line to try to move. You can go right on the bottom, the middle, the outside, and I've seen some people even try the wall in practice. Henley, though, underneath Sanford is going to take 3rd, but that is going to bring Julio Caesar and the number 75, that's Select Blinds Dodge, coming right to the front. Vince Freeze is now in 6th. Tim Fiegel, the rookie, is fighting off. Man, that was close. Cut off Christian Vargas. Vargas, the veteran, did not like that. Vargas having a good run. Finally, for the first time this season. Tim Fiegel. We have not talked a lot about Tim Fiegel and that Lake Effect Autosport Ford this season. He's been kindly overshadowed by some of his fellow rookie contenders. Of course, Wyatt Junkman there in that 35. You have Andrew Thomas, the 29. Of course, Cody Lamas, the 48. We did not expect Tim Fiegel to be up here competing for Rookie of the Year, but he's doing an amazing job in that Freightliner Ford. Has run in the top 20 almost this entire season. Very solid results out of Fiegel, considering where that 43 car was last year. Vargas is up here. Derek Hamill has been our biggest mover. He is up to the 9th position. He just got around the 35 of Wyatt Junkman, who had issues last week at Sonoma. Tire issues that put that 35 way down the running order, trying to recover. Jeffrey Finguy, of course, kind of had a swapping positions with his teammate from last week. Of course, Finguy was top 5 for much of the day. There was some controversy at the end of Sonoma when Finguy pulled out. Man, he's given the bumper to Wyatt Junkman, the rookie. He has no patience. But there was a little controversy with Finguy after he pulled out and hit that guy behind him, Stephen Colon. Colon was not too thrilled after that race. Finguy apparently got a warning from the Right Lane Cup Series officials about unsafe merging off of the pit lane. But Finguy now running in the 11th spot. Of course, you got Colon there in 12th. Lane Sanders is in 13th. Another solid run for the Haviland Chevrolet. Ellison in 14th. A desperate run that 3-team needs. A good top 15 day. Here's Samuel England in the 16th position, trying to look for a recovery after a tire issue last week. Took him out of a good run. There's Alexander Phoenix in 16th. RJ Bishop, another top 20 run for that 4 car in 17th. Ryan Griffin is in 18th spot. Who's very unsatisfactory year. We did not expect Ryan Griffin to kind of be the 4th wheel at this organization. But Griffin, he's running 18th. He's been out of trouble for all the races. He just has not been near the front. Luke Martin, 19th, another driver we didn't expect so far down. And Alexander Rowe and Henry Thomas, these two teammates fighting for a top 20 spot. That is your top 20. And you see there, Freeze is now trying to move his Dormer Ford into the top 5. To the inside of Julio Caesar. Caesar trying to run the outside line. That's going to bring the rookie Fiegel up to them. Freeze now to 5th. And the top 4 have done an admirable job of, pacing themselves, because we have a pit stop, or do a pit stop. And we'll see how everything shapes out. It's going to come probably about lap 40, somewhere around 40, lap 45, something around there. But so far, these guys have been doing a very good job just, like we said, pacing themselves. Cloud has led the most laps thus far. And this is going to be good for him in the points. He's trying to climb the points. Cloud told us, I remember we had a good conversation, me and Derek Hamill. We had it before the clash. We had a good conversation with Logan Cloud. We asked him what he thought he could do with this 89 team. He said, I'm staying in this 89 car because I believe that Lake Effect can win championships. They can win races. We just need a few pieces to put together, and we can win championships. And Cloud is doing a very good job for himself. Of course, I believe all the Lake Effect car. Wow, did you see that? Griffin Lapel McDermott lunged into turn number 1. He's alongside the 89. That 22 car wants to lead this race now. Cloud, I think, is going to let him have it. He's fighting back on the outside line. Runs it up the hill to try to build a run. Side by side, but GLM led that lap. That's a good bonus point for him as well. I think Cloud's going to end up relinquishing the lead. He is new leader here at Phoenix. It's Griffin Lapo McDermott for the Finguy Saitomi team. A great run for that 22 car. Meanwhile, Henley is under attack from Charles Sanford. Sanford trying to be the 3rd Breeding Enterprises driver in 3 races to win. Be the 2nd to win his first Right Lane Cup Series race. Sanford trying to get a good run. A 3rd place, very good run for that organization right now. There's Vince Freeze. Logan Cloud has slipped backwards, and that is going to put him in the 6th spot. There's Tim Fiegel with Vargas and Hamill. 10th place is the rookie Wyatt Junkman, who's under attack from Jeffrey Finguy. A lot of great racing here, but it looks like Griffin Lapel McDermott has pulled himself a good 4 or 5 car length lead over Logan Cloud. This has been the Right Lane Cup Series, Season 3, race number 4, here at the Phoenix International Raceway. Griffin Lapel McDermott is your leader. We will be right back after these short messages.
Where'd you go? I just did a bump and run and took the lead.
I ran out of dip.
Dip? I'm racing neck and neck, and that's all you can think about is dip? You need to get your priorities straight.
Look at the bumper given to the 75. Caesar to the inside. He's going to take second spot.
All of these championship-winning drivers have one thing in common: Goodyear Racing Eagles. The race-winning technology that's found in the Goodyear Racing Eagles can also be found in the world's best-selling line of high-performance street tires, Goodyear Eagle Street Radials. The champions know, and it's why we say the best tires in the world have Goodyear written all over them.
During a 500-mile race, the Texaco Haviland race team will change the tires, replace the fuel, and adjust the suspension. But there's one thing engineered to go the distance: the oil. Haviland, race-proven protection.
Okay, now, what do you do next?
Floor it?
Yes. No, no, don't floor it.
Floor it?
No, 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 don't floor it.
Okay, floor it!
No.
Working on lap number 30 now. Welcome back to the Right Lane Cup Series, Season 3, race number 4, here at the Phoenix International Raceway. Griffin Lapel McDermott is your race leader. Has put about a second and a half over Logan Cloud, who's fallen back into the clutches of Charles Sanford. Justin Henley has fallen to the 4th spot, with Vince Freeze rounding out your top 5. We're expecting pit stops within the next 10 laps. The field will be able to make it the rest of the way then. But for now, Griffin Lapel McDermott is doing a sterling job commanding this race lead. We've been caution-free so far, which means likely a lot of strategy can be made up, a lot of positions can be made up in the pit lane. You see back there, Freeze fighting the number 31 of Henley. Henley is going to use that outside line to get back by him. Caesar has been under attack. We've been watching this while we were away. Julio Caesar has been under attack by the rookie Tim Fiegel for much of that run. He's been trying that bottom line, but Caesar has been able to roll that outside line incredibly well, like Henley just did there. You see he's using that outside line on Vince Freeze. He's going to pull back ahead. Freeze lunges it back in. Henley has to give him room. But I think Henley's going to hold on to the 4th spot. A lot of good runs by a lot of different drivers today. Of course, we got Henley and Fiegel, the rookies. Looking back through here, Wyatt Junkman, the rookie out of the All-In Racing organization, in the top 15, desperately needs this. Of course, we talked about RJ Bishop. Bishop has been having a lot of good runs recently. And looking back through the field, Aiden Smith, there's Zachary Fitzwater, both of whom got top 10s last week. They're fighting to get inside the top 20 this week. Peter Onjak, another driver, he got 6th. He's with his teammate Taylor Frey, the Onjato cars, back here in 25th and 26th. DJ Curtis, this is a driver that desperately needs something to go right. Curtis has had issues in all 3 of the races so far. Started near the front, he's faded to 27th. But still, a trouble-free day is what this team is looking for, and let's hope they can get that trouble-free day here today. Ryan Reed, the highest-running Lake Effect car in points, is 28th spot. Nick Breeding, your last 2 winners, Nick Breeding and Ben McDonald, 29th and 30th. They both apparently had the same setup, and it has just gone awry for them. Cody Lamas, another day, another struggle for that 48 team. Daytona, the honeymoon phase at Daytona seems to have faded off. They have had issues. They were likely to win last week at Sonoma. fluid camshaft after coming out of the pit lane. Now here in 31st. Stanley Andrews 32nd. That car, that third Little Falls car, having a miserable time this season. Andrews, who came over from the Raving Sunset Automotive Group, drove that 46. Desperately having desperate problems in that 7 car. Jesse Turner has only been able to make up to 33rd after his car failed tech inspection after qualifying. Put that number 94 back to the last. You see Joseph Strigley is there. Andrew Thomas is right here in the 29 car. Alex Sanfatale is here in 36th spot. Angel Gutierrez made the show this week. We saw it. Gutierrez had a ballsy 4-wide move at the start of this race. He was getting to the top 25, but has fallen to 37th. That car just has no long run speed. Carson Green, we noted, started in the back with the 94. There's some pit stops going on. We saw it there. DJ Curtis, James Ellison. Are there any of the leaders? Let's take a look. There's Charles Sanford, who was 3rd place, and I think that's it. That is it. All these cars coming down the pit lane. There's Henley. So that means the leaders are on pit road. We're on lap number 40. The field splitting this halfway. That's going to give Justin Henley a lap lead. It's going to give him a bonus point. Griffin Lapel McDermott coming down the pit lane. I like the idea that Charles Sanford had, because I think he'll be able to, man, do you see GLM lose? He had to lose a lot of time. He's trying to get into his pit stall. He's trying to fight all these cars to get onto his pit stall. Logan Cloud got in cleanly, cleaner compared to him. You see Curtis is off. There goes James Ellison. You see, looking down on the pit lane, GLM gets off first. Cloud still trying to finish his pit stop. There he goes. Sanford. This might have been a great idea for Charles Sanford. He's got the warmed up tires, and he is after that 22. Freeze almost hit the wall. I don't know what happened to Vince Freeze. He came out of the pit lane and almost hit the outside retaining wall. We'll have to get an update on that. RJ Bishop coming out of the pit lane with Luke Martin. There's Derek Hamill. There's Tim Fiegel. And there's Henley. Henley, I believe, is going to stay right where he was. But Logan Cloud has fallen to the 5th position. After being 2nd for much of this run, leading the most laps so far, he is now down into the 5th. I think he'll cycle out in the 5th spot. We'll see coming around. Yes, he will. You see England coming out of the pit lane. Now, I do believe there were some issues on pit road. You see it there, the 90. The 94, Turner's has had problems. As has the 85, Delvecchio. Ryan Griffin has had issues. There they all are. They are all on pit road for some reason. The 90 was on there too. All these drivers have been complaining about brake problems. Some way, shape, or form, but Samuel England will cycle out a lap down. They had a very, very bad pit stop, and you see it there. It has got the field all shook up right here. There is Griffin Lapel McDermott. He has Charles Sanford all over him. See if Sanford can do anything. Sanford has the warmed up tires, but I think GLM has been able to warm his up now. But you see Sanford is much better in 1 and 2 compared to the 22. Coming around, GLM leads another lap. He has officially taken the most lap led bonus away from Logan Cloud. So that will be 2 extra bonus points to the 22's camp. But Sanford is just not going to let him go. I think Charles Sanford is just as hungry as his teammates to get a win. If this would be the earliest a multi-car team has won with all of their cars in the Right Lane Cup Series. Of course, Breeding won Atlanta in a dog fight with Alexander Phoenix. Ben McDonald had things go his way last week at Sonoma and won. And now Charles Sanford, the third Breeding Enterprises car in 3 weeks to contend for the win. Coming around, it's going to be lap number 48. Will be coming around. Will be 30 laps to go in this race. And Sanford is doing all he can do to try to catch that 22 car. Of course, GLM's got to be a little careful because I know these guys are wanting to save tires for the last sprint to the finish. But when you're getting hounded like Sanford is to Griffin McDermott, you've got to at least push yourself a little bit. And you see Vince Freeze is all by his lonesome back here in third. Samuel England is here in 39th. He desperately needs a caution to wave around and get back on the lead lap. They reportedly had issues on both the left and the right side of the pit stop. I'm sure that's something Spa will have to look at this week. Justin Henley, I have to give an attaboy to Justin Henley. His run fourth has had a very, very good day in that 31 can. This is something that I think Crossroads Racing is going to be proud of. Then you have Logan Cloud, the two Lake Effect cars that have not had issues, doing incredibly well, 6th and 7th. Both trying to crack the top 5. They can absolutely both get a top 5 because Henley is here and Caesar is there, and we just saw them trying to take that spot. There is Jeffrey Finguy. He's appropriated his Nintendo Ford into the 8th position. Christian Vargas trying to get his first top 10 of the year underneath that 92. And Alexander Phoenix, a surprise into the top 10. Has put that Exo Tiger Pontiac right here in the 10th spot. There's Derek Hamill with Wyatt Junkman. Wyatt Junkman, another driver I got to give an attaboy to. Doing a great job in the 12th spot, but he is under attack from Luke Evans. There's Ryan Griffin. Griffin finally got out of the pit lane, but I believe he is deep in the field. Issues on pit road for several drivers. We'll have to get an update on what those are. But Griffin 4 laps down. Jesse Turner 4 laps down. This is not the day that Ryan Griffin wanted. Of course, we talked about how Griffin had a very quiet season. Nothing really going on. Not very flashy. But Griffin is back here in the 40th position. There is Alexander Rowe. There's Stephen Colon, who started in the 4th position, has fallen to 15th. Lane Sanders in 16th. There's Henry Thomas. Zachary Fitzwater is 18th. RJ Bishop and Peter Onjak are going to round out your top 20. There's Aiden Smith. There's Taylor Frey. Ben McDonald. There's Jesse Turner in 41st. Ryan Reed, DJ Curtis, Nick Breeding, James Ellison, Carson Green, and Stanley Andrews are your top 30. There's the 00. There's the 85. Shrigley in 32nd. There's Cody Lamas. There's Andrew Thomas, another rookie, 34th. It's Nick Gunther, Alex Sanvatale. Tyler Edwards making his second career start is currently last. There's Angel Gutierrez. Ian Dale making his first Right Lane Cup Series start. Officially, who was in the duels for the 500, is in 38th. Right now, these two, though, have been dogfighting. This has been the Right Lane Cup Series, Season 3, race number 4 at the Phoenix International Speedway. Griffin Lapel McDermott has led for the most laps so far. We're going to get a cut to commercial break real quick, and then we're going to take you on the run to the finish.
Use the Force, Luke. Let go, Luke.
Get that camera out of my face!
Yeah, Yeah, it's great being driver of the wacky racer, but it has its downside. How about this free ride day? Are you ready?
I guess so.
Hey, man, what are you anyway? Hey, Greg, that dog's got some weird fluid leak.
Hey, look at me, mamacitas. Are you sure this is safe? Is this speed legal? Let me out of this thing. Whoa! Oh, mama.
I would have definitely put in more solid fuel rocket propulsion with nuclear transmitters and electron-induced injection systems. What you have here is so... Look at all the pretty buttons. You even need a...
Yeah, I guess they are kind of pretty, especially this one.
Correct.
From the entire Channel 4 News team, I'm Veronica Corningstone.
And I'm Ron Burgundy.
Subscribe to Right Lane Cup.
This fight for the lead has been heating up. Welcome back to the Right Lane Cup Series. Season 3, race number 4, here at Phoenix International Speedway. Griffin Lapel McDermott has been leading, but it has been in jeopardy for the last few laps. Charles Sanford has been dogging him this entire run, and now he has gotten the closest he has been all race. Sanford running a very low line here, but he lost a lot of time on the 22. See what he's able to do. GLM now running the inside line, takes the clean air off of Sanford's nose. They're slowly approaching a lap car. We're going to come around to 17 laps to go in this race. Ian Dale in the number 70 is up ahead. We'll see if either of these, if Sanford can use Dale as a pick or if GLM can use it to trap Sanford. Only time will tell. But Sanford has been slowly reeling in that 22 car. And you can see it there, man. Sanford ran almost on the underneath that yellow line there on turn 3 and 4, and that's something you really can't do. That's really the only spot where you can't run under the yellow line at Phoenix and expect to make up time. But these two have been this has got to be one of the most competitive races I have seen in a long time, because the top two have been within these. I've not seen the leader and the second place car run so close to each other for this amount of laps. They have been running like this for almost 30 laps to this point. And Sanford just will not let him go. I feel like Sanford has the better car. He does have a better car, it seems, but he just cannot get around the 22. The 22 just seems... He's got the slightly better tires. He's got the experience being up front, and GLM just seems to be holding his own. Sanford loses time again, but he'll gain it right back. Going through the field right now, we have Freeze in third. There's Jeffrey Finguy. While we were away, Finguy has moved his Nintendo Ford up to the 4th spot. A very Finguy Saitomi day indeed. The leader and the second car in the top 5. There's Justin Henley in the 5th spot. A great run out of that Crossroads Racing camp. Julio Caesar getting a run he desperately needs. Is in 6th. There's Alexander Phoenix in 7th. Christian Vargas is in the 8th spot. Tim Fiegel is 9th. And Logan Cloud, who led a good portion of the early part of the race, is now falling out of the top 10. You see Alexander Rowe. Luke Evans is up here. There's the 98 of Derek Hamill. All these cars have scooted forward and are trying to get into the top 10 this late in the race. But we are on 12 laps to go. Sanford has actually started to lose a little bit of time on the 22. We heard a radio communication a little bit ago telling Sanford to calm it down a little bit. Try to save his tires, but it might be too little too late to save what you have, because I think GLM is starting to pull away. You saw at that time, though, Sanford gained another 1/10 of a second. Coming around, we'll be coming back to 10 laps to go here at Phoenix. Ian Dale, that Faith Motorsports car is getting bigger and bigger in GLM's windshield. And I'd be worried if this car did not play a factor into the field. If not, the rest of these cars, because you have Alex Infantile, there's Angel Gutierrez, all these cars here are right here. They could possibly play a factor in this race. But we are now 10 laps to go. Coming back to 9 to go. If Sanford has anything, he's got to start doing it, and he has been doing it. He gained another 10th that time by, and I believe he'll gain another 10th this time by. He gained about 200ths. That's still time gained. He's got plenty of time. If we're going to see Sanford try something, I'm not sure what Sanford, that Busch Toyota, has in mind, but we'll have to see. You saw it there. Sanford used up a lot of that corner exit to get up to the 22. He's gaining. He is gaining time. He's gained another car length in that corner. 9 laps to go. He gained over a 10th of a second, almost a 10th and a half. If I were GLM, I would be mildly concerned now, because that 19 car has been the better car on this last run, but he just has not been able to get around the 22. We're going to see now, because there is the 70. The 70 is in sight of the 22. Sanford lost a lot of time that time around, going through 1 and 2. It'll be 6 laps to go when we come back to the stripe. And we have seen it. GLM has been trying to run it. Sanford dove it into the corner. He gained a lot of time back. Look at that. He is within 2 car lengths of that 22. 3/10, 6 to go. Sanford trying a lower line this time. We'll see what he's able to do with it. He and GLM are about even, but GLM's going to get a better run out of the corner. Sanford's good spot has been in 3 and 4. So we'll see what Sanford can do. He's been better at it. He's been running lower. I think he's trying to get a little bit of grip. They're about even again. 5 to go. Lost some time that time around, but that'll be fine. Sanford and GLM, they are running the same lines here. Sanford trying to use everything he has. That lap car, though. Ian Dale in his first Right Lane Cup Series start. What will he play a factor in this race? Coming around, it'll be 4 to go. Sanford has gained a little bit of time back. We'll see what GLM can do. Coming through 1 and 2 again. We'll be coming around to 3 to go. If there was ever a chance for Charles Sanford, I believe this is it. Sanford has been in this season since day one. He's fighting the reigning Cup Series champion. 3 to go. He gained more time. Ian Dale what will he do? Sanford gained a lot of time. GLM tried to give Dale some room. Sanford is there. Will Sanford try to make a run on GLM? The reigning Cup Series champion is in trouble. Sanford is on his back bumper. 2 laps to go here at Phoenix International Speedway. The fans are loving this. I'm sure maybe the drivers are loving this. Sanford, what will he do? Sanford to the inside line. He nudges. He nudges GLM. He had to back out a little bit. That might have been it. GLM gets away. Sanford lost a lot of time. Coming around, we're going to be taking the white flag. 1 lap to go for Griffin Lapel McDermott. Sanford has fallen back. He's back to 4/10 of a second. Through 1 and 2 for the final time. Does Sanford have anything? He gained a little bit of time there. 3 and 4 has been Sanford's best spot, but I don't think he's enough to send it in. Final time down the back straightaway in the turn number 3. I think it's over. Sanford tried, but it's not going to be enough. Griffin Lapel McDermott, career win number 4 here at Phoenix International Speedway. An amazing job out of that 22 camp. Charles Sanford came just short of getting his first win, but I'm sure that team has a lot to be proud of. Vince Freeze, a much-needed third place. There's Jeffrey Finguy gets another top 5. Julio Caesar, a much-needed top 5 out of that camp. Justin Henley is in 6th. Tim Fiegel in 7th. A great run for the rookie. Another driver that needed a top 10. Christian Vargas. There's Alexander Rowe, and Derek Hamill is your top 10. But congratulations to that man right there, Griffin Lapel McDermott, on his first win of the season. This will put him up there in the championship battle. Congratulations to that team, and thank you all so much for watching this amazing race. We'll get you your finishing results here in a second.